Welcome back to Who Died Today USA channel. In the past few days, we have received somber news about the passing of extraordinary talents. Today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Additionally, we will recap the stars we have recently lost. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
Harry makes them vote. Can I vote for you? Sure.
Today, we celebrate the life and legacy of Bob Davis, a cherished broadcaster whose voice became the heart and soul of Kansas sports for over 3 decades. Born in Iola, Kansas, and raised in Topeka, Bob's passion for storytelling began early, leading him to study history at Washburn University. This love for history and narrative paved the way for a remarkable career that touched countless lives. Bob's broadcasting journey started in 1968 with local American Legion baseball games and Fort Hays State athletics. In 1984, he became the voice of the Kansas Jayhawks, calling some of the greatest moments in sports history. From Danny and the Miracles in 1988 to Mario's Miracle in 2008, Bob brought these iconic moments to life with his unique voice, wit, and passion. Beyond basketball, he spent 16 years calling Kansas City Royals games, earning his place as a trusted companion for generations of fans. More than a broadcaster, Bob was a storyteller who connected deeply with his audience. His dedication and humility earned him 14 Kansas Sportscaster of the Year awards, while his warmth made him beloved by colleagues and listeners alike. At the heart of Bob's life was his family. Married to his wife Linda for 53 years, their love and partnership were an inspiration. Their passing, just 1 week apart, reflects the profound bond they shared. Bob passed away on March 20th, 2025, leaving behind a legacy of love, dedication, and excellence. Bob's legacy is one of passion, resilience, and connection. As longtime colleague David Lawrence said, his iconic radio calls will still bring goosebumps and live in our minds forever. Bob Davis will forever be remembered as a voice that united, inspired, and brought joy to so many. His story will echo in the hearts of fans for generations to come.
Gentlemen, you're trespassing. Now, unless you have a search warrant.
Tony Ganios was an actor whose charm and presence captured the hearts of audiences during the golden age of 1980s cinema. Born on October 21st, 1959, in Brooklyn, New York, Tony grew up in a close-knit Italian-American community, where his natural charisma and strength shaped the roles he would later bring to life on screen. Tony's breakout role in The Wanderers in 1979 as Perry, a streetwise and loyal Bronx youth, marked the beginning of a career that celebrated friendship, resilience, and camaraderie. Yet it was his portrayal of Meat in the comedy classic Porky's in 1981 that made him a fan favorite. As the lovable and good-natured high school friend, Tony brought humor and heart to a film that became a cultural touchstone for a generation. Despite mixed critical reception, Porky's resonated with audiences, becoming one of the highest-grossing movies of 1982 and spawning 2 sequels. Beyond his most famous roles, Tony appeared in Porky's the Second the Next Day in 1983, Die Hard 2 in 1990, and even reunited with his Wanderers co-star Ken Wall on the TV series Wise Guy. While he semi-retired from acting in the early 1990s, Tony always valued the love and support of his fans. In a rare 2015 interview, he candidly reflected on the challenges of his career, his decision to leave Hollywood, and the heartfelt connections he made with viewers who admired his work. On February 18, 2024, Tony passed away following surgery, leaving behind his fiancée, Amanda, who shared deeply emotional tributes to their bond. Her words captured the kindness, humility, and enduring spirit of a man who touched so many lives. Tony Ganios' legacy is one of laughter, nostalgia, and the power of storytelling. His roles remain etched in the memories of fans who grew up with his films, reminding us all of the joy and simplicity of life during a beloved era of cinema.
Along the broken road,
When Douglas Kiker stepped onto the American Idol stage, he wasn't just another contestant. He was a man with a dream, a voice full of soul, and a story that gripped the nation. A garbage collector from Alabama, Kiker had never sung with a microphone before. Yet, with nothing but raw talent and a heart full of determination, he delivered a performance so moving that it brought Judge Katy Perry to tears. Overnight, he became a symbol of hope, proving that dreams don't come with a price tag. But behind the applause and recognition, Kiker faced battles unknown to the public. Transitioning from a working-class life to the pressures of newfound fame was not easy. He encountered personal struggles, yet his passion for music and devotion to his family remained his guiding light. Then, in an unexpected turn of events, on March 12, 2025, Douglas Kiker was hospitalized after a medical emergency and passed away 5 days later. Authorities responded after a concerned passerby noticed him in distress, and despite medical efforts, he could not recover. Though his journey was cut short, Kiker's story continues to resonate. His voice, filled with authenticity and heart, reminds us all that greatness can come from the most unexpected places. His legacy is not just in the songs he sang, but in the lives he touched. Proof that sometimes the most extraordinary voices come from the most humble beginnings.
not a shirt right on his back.
David Johansen was never just an artist. He was a revolution. As the fiery frontman of the New York Dolls, he shattered conventions, fusing raw punk energy with glam rock's audacious style. His voice was a battle cry, his presence electrifying. Though the Dolls never achieved mainstream success, their influence reshaped rock history, inspiring the Ramones, Blondie, and countless others. But with that boundary-pushing style came controversy. In the early 1970s, the New York Dolls' bold, gender-bending fashion, complete with makeup, teased hair, and women's clothing, sparked outrage. Some saw them as visionaries, while others dismissed them as offensive or chaotic. Critics were divided. One magazine even named them both the best new group and the worst new group in the same year. Their short-lived collaboration with Malcolm McLaren, who later managed the Sex Pistols, led to a failed political rebranding that further alienated fans. Still, Johansen never backed down. In the 1980s, he reinvented himself as Buster Poindexter, scoring a hit with Hot, Hot, Hot. He continued performing for decades, staying true to his art. Even after being diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and a brain tumor in early 2025, he remained as bold as ever. On February 28, 2025, he passed away at his home in New York City, leaving behind a legacy that will never fade. David Johansen wasn't just a musician, he was a force of nature. His music, his spirit, and his fearless creativity will forever echo in the heartbeat of rock and roll.
I want to write about not how the cop acts on the job. I want to write about how the job acts on.
Joseph Wambaugh didn't just write about police officers, he was one. He walked the beat, carried the badge, and saw firsthand the weight of the uniform. But he also saw the untold stories, the fear, the humor, the exhaustion, and the quiet heroism that Hollywood had never captured. So he picked up a pen and changed everything. His first novels, The New Centurions and The Blue Knight, shattered the clean-cut image of law enforcement, replacing it with something raw and real. But it was the onion field that truly defined him, a haunting true crime story that was both heartbreaking and brutally honest. His books were praised for their humanity, but also stirred controversy. Some in the LAPD resented his unfiltered portrayals, while others saw themselves in his pages. Fame came fast, but with it came challenges. People started calling the precinct, asking for Detective Wambaugh to solve their cases. Suspects asked for movie roles. Even his fellow officers began treating him like a celebrity. He knew then that his days as a cop were numbered. In 1974, he left the force, but his stories never stopped serving those who wore the badge. In early 2025, Wambaugh was diagnosed with esophageal cancer, and on February 28, 2025, he passed away at his home in Rancho Mirage, California. But his words remain. He didn't just tell police stories, he gave them a voice, a truth, and a legacy that will outlive us all. When Gwen McCrae stepped on stage, something magical happened. Her voice, rich with gospel soul, could make hearts ache and feet move at the same time. She didn't just sing, she made you feel every note. From the moment she recorded Rockin Chair in 1975, topping the R&B charts and reaching the Billboard Top 10, she became a defining voice of the Miami sound, a fusion of funk, soul, and the early pulse of disco. But Gwen's journey wasn't always smooth. She first rose to fame alongside her husband, George McCrae, but after he found success with Rock Your Baby, a song she claimed was originally meant for her, their marriage unraveled. By 1976, she was on her own, proving that her talent stood strong without him. When TK Records closed in 1981, many thought her career had ended. Instead, she found a second home in Europe, where fans crowned her the Queen of Rare Groove. Decades later, she was stunned to see British audiences singing along to her every word. In 2012, Gwen suffered a stroke after a concert in England, leaving her unable to perform. On February 21, 2025, she passed away in Miami from complications related to the stroke. Yet even in silence, her voice never faded. Her music lives on, sampled by new artists, played by DJs, and cherished by those who remember her fire. Because a voice like Gwen McCrae's doesn't fade, it keeps the fire burning forever.
When we are born, we are swaddled and snuggled, whispered to, fussed over, tickled and cuddled.
Breaking news. Have you ever wondered how some Hollywood legends manage to stay relevant and beloved for decades? Kevin Bacon is one such figure, an actor, musician, and cultural icon whose career has spanned over 40 years. Through triumphs, challenges, and even financial setbacks, Bacon has remained a staple in the entertainment industry. But what is it about him that continues to captivate audiences worldwide? Join us as we explore his journey, resilience, and the incredible legacy he continues to build. Kevin Bacon, born on July 8, 1958, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, is a name that resonates across generations. He skyrocketed to fame in 1984 with his unforgettable role as Ren McCormick in Footloose, a film that became an instant classic and cemented him as a household name. But rather than allowing himself to be typecast, Bacon took on a diverse range of roles, proving his versatility in films like A Few Good Men, 1992, Apollo 13, 1995, and Mystic River, 2003. His ability to seamlessly transition between genres has made him one of Hollywood's most respected and enduring actors. However, his journey has not been without obstacles. One of the most significant challenges Bacon and his wife, actress Kyra Sedgwick, faced was their financial loss in the infamous Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme. The couple lost a considerable portion of their wealth, an event that could have shattered many. Yet, rather than dwelling on their misfortune, Bacon chose to continue working, taking on new projects and proving his dedication to his craft. His resilience in the face of adversity became an inspiration to many. Beyond acting, Bacon is also a passionate musician. Alongside his brother Michael, he formed the Bacon Brothers, a band that has been performing for over 2 decades. Their music, a blend of folk, rock, and soul, showcases another layer of his artistic expression. Despite his Hollywood fame, Bacon approaches music with humility, treating it as a pure creative outlet rather than a commercial endeavor. While Kevin Bacon has largely stayed out of major controversies, his name has been linked to one of the most famous pop culture phenomena, 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. This game, which started in 1994 as a joke among college students, suggests that any actor in Hollywood can be connected to Bacon within 6 steps. Initially, Bacon was unsure how to feel about the game, but over time, he embraced it, even creating the charitable foundation 6degrees.org, which encourages people to give back to their communities. Recently, Bacon has been making headlines with his ventures into social media. Unlike many of his peers, he has successfully adapted to digital culture, engaging with fans through TikTok and Instagram. His videos, often featuring humor, personal insights, and even dancing, have introduced him to a younger generation. In early 2024, Bacon's viral TikTok video recreating his Footloose dance became a trending topic, proving that his charisma and charm remain as powerful as ever. Despite the fast-paced nature of Hollywood, Bacon has prioritized his personal life, maintaining a strong marriage with Kyra Sedgwick for over 35 years. In an industry where long-lasting relationships are rare, their union stands as a testament to mutual respect, shared values, and unwavering support. They often speak about the importance of laughter, communication, and maintaining their individuality, principles that have helped them navigate both personal and professional challenges. Unlike many celebrities, Bacon has managed to maintain a scandal-free reputation. While he has expressed his opinions on social and political issues, he does so with a level of thoughtfulness that avoids unnecessary controversy. His ability to balance authenticity with professionalism has contributed to his lasting appeal. In 2025, Bacon is set to star in a highly anticipated thriller series, marking yet another evolution in his career. With each project, he continues to redefine himself, never settling into complacency. His ability to adapt, combined with his genuine passion for storytelling, ensures that he remains relevant in an ever-changing industry. Kevin Bacon's legacy is more than just his filmography. It is his resilience in adversity, his dedication to his craft, and his ability to connect with audiences across generations. Whether through his acting, music, or philanthropic efforts, Bacon continues to make a lasting impact. As we celebrate his incredible journey, we invite you to share your favorite Kevin Bacon moments in the comments below. If his story has inspired you, be sure to like this post and follow us for more tributes to Hollywood's most enduring icons. Thank you for joining us in honoring a legend whose influence will continue for years to come.
Just bad management. You had a theory that, remember I told you Keith would like this one. What's your theory, Spike?
For millions of listeners, Bob Rivers wasn't just a voice on the radio. He was a companion, a storyteller, and a source of endless laughter. With his quick wit and boundless creativity, he made mornings brighter and turned classic songs into comedic gold with his legendary Twisted Tunes. Born in Branford, Connecticut, Bob's love for radio began early, and by 16, he had already landed his first job in broadcasting. His journey took him to Seattle in 1989, where he became a household name on KISS W, KZOC, and KJR-FM. For over 25 years, his sharp humor and deep connection with listeners made him an icon in the industry. His Twisted Christmas album went gold, proving that his unique blend of music and comedy resonated far beyond the airwaves. Beyond radio, Bob was a gifted musician, playing keyboards for Spike and the Impalers. His contributions to the industry were honored when he was inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame in 2023. Even after his retirement in 2014, he continued to share his passion through podcasting. In 2022, Bob was diagnosed with esophageal cancer, but he faced it with the same resilience and humor that defined his career. On March 11, 2025, he passed away in New Hampshire, surrounded by loved ones. Though his microphone is now silent, his voice will never fade. His songs, his laughter, and his spirit live on in the hearts of those who will never forget him.
Direct kind of way, and Kevin Dillon was there for that whole time, and he would even chime in, and he chimed in with a lot of the...
With her striking beauty and fearless personality, Ariane Bellamar captivated audiences as a Playboy model, reality TV star, and Hollywood hopeful. Born in Florida and raised in Toronto, she found her way into the limelight through modeling before making a name for herself on reality television and in small film roles. Her presence on shows like Beverly Hills Nannies, The Millionaire Matchmaker, and Hotel Hell showcased her sharp wit and confidence, while brief appearances in Suicide Squad and The Hangover Part 3 hinted at bigger dreams in Hollywood. However, Bellamar's time in the spotlight was not without controversy. In 2017, she made headlines when she accused Jeremy Piven, star of HBO's Entourage, of inappropriate behavior on set and at the Playboy Mansion. Her allegations became part of the growing Me Too movement, but Piven denied all claims and no legal action followed. The controversy divided public opinion, with some supporting her bravery and others questioning her motives. Despite this, Bellamar remained outspoken, refusing to let Hollywood's power structures silence her. Beyond the cameras, her life faced struggles. Though she once graced magazine covers, financial difficulties arose in later years. When she passed away on December 20th, 2024, at the age of 46, her ex-husband, Tanner Slott, created a GoFundMe to help cover funeral expenses, revealing how unprepared her family was for the sudden loss. According to Slott, Bellamar suffered a fatal heart attack, shocking those who knew her. Ariane Bellamar's legacy is one of ambition, resilience, and controversy. She was a woman unafraid to speak her truth, whether in front of cameras or against powerful figures. Though her journey was turbulent, she remains a figure who left a mark, one remembered not just for her beauty, but for the conversations she sparked. For over 3 decades, Tony Etz was a guiding force in the entertainment industry, shaping some of television's most influential shows and mentoring countless creatives. As a longtime agent at Creative Artists Agency, CAA, he played a crucial role in developing series like Lost, Grey's Anatomy, Big Little Lies, and Band of Brothers. His expertise in storytelling and his ability to connect the right talent with the right projects made him one of the most respected figures in Hollywood. Before joining CAA in 1994, Tony had already made an impact as an executive producer, working on television films starring Brian Dennehy as Jack Reed. His transition into talent representation was seamless, as he continued to champion writers, directors, and producers, helping them navigate the ever-evolving landscape of television. Beyond Hollywood, Tony was deeply committed to education. He served as an adjunct professor at USC and helped establish the Etz Family Institute for Civic Leadership and Dialogue at Knox College, ensuring that future generations would learn the art of meaningful discourse and leadership. Even as he battled a long-term illness, Tony remained dedicated to his work, his students, and his family. His resilience was a testament to his unwavering passion for storytelling and mentorship. On March 10, 2025, after a courageous fight with cancer, Tony passed away in Los Angeles. He is survived by his wife, Nancy Axelrod, their son Alex, and a loving extended family. His legacy is one of vision, leadership, and a profound impact on both the entertainment industry and the academic world. While his voice is no longer present, the stories he helped shape and the lives he influenced will ensure that his impact is felt for generations to come.
The never-ending happening of the 4-inch change.
Bill Fay was never meant to be famous, at least not in his own time. His music, rich with haunting melodies and deep existential reflections, was released into a world that wasn't ready to hear it. In the early 1970s, his albums Bill Fay, 1970, and Time of the Last Persecution failed commercially, dismissed as too introspective, too unconventional. Dropped by his label, he disappeared from the music industry for over 3 decades. For years, Fay lived in near anonymity, working as a groundskeeper, a fishmonger, and a fruit picker, a far cry from the world of recording studios and stage lights. But he never stopped writing music. Then, in the late 1990s, something remarkable happened. Musicians like Jim O'Rourke and Jeff Tweedy of Wilco rediscovered his work, breathing new life into songs that had once gone unheard. Tweedy's cover of Be Not So Fearful introduced Fay to a new generation, and by the 2010s, he was finally recognized as a folk visionary. Yet, even as his legacy grew, Fay remained elusive. He never toured, rarely gave interviews, and performed live only a handful of times. Some critics debated whether his reluctance to embrace the spotlight was a sign of artistic integrity or missed opportunity. Regardless, he quietly released new music, staying true to his craft until the very end. On February 21, 2025, Fay passed away in London. He had been living with Parkinson's disease in his final years, but his spirit never wavered. His songs, once lost in time, now stand as testaments to patience, perseverance, and the enduring power of music.
When they would give them the connection to these people, whoever they really desire.
Was Bo Dozier's success a product of raw talent, or was it simply the advantage of his legendary last name? As the son of Motown icon Lamont Dozier, this question followed him throughout his career. While some speculated that his industry connections paved the way for him, those who truly knew his work understood that his dedication, creativity, and talent were what set him apart. Rather than imitating his father's signature Motown sound, Bo carved his own path in pop and R&B, crafting hit songs for artists like Jordan Sparks, Jennifer Lopez, Boyz II Men, and the Backstreet Boys. His ability to merge classic soul influences with modern production techniques made him a highly respected songwriter and producer. However, being the son of a legend came with constant scrutiny. Some critics doubted whether he could truly establish an identity separate from his father's towering legacy. Despite the pressure, Bo refused to let comparisons define him. He built a career that was uniquely his own, proving that a name might open doors, but true artistry is what keeps them open. His music was not just a continuation of his father's legacy, it was an evolution, bringing timeless influences into the contemporary music landscape. On March 10, 2025, Bo Dozier passed away, leaving behind a rich catalog of music that continues to inspire. His story is a testament to perseverance, passion, and the idea that true talent will always shine through, regardless of the name attached to it. Was Tommy Dix destined for a lifetime in Hollywood, or was his heart always set on something more? For many, he remains the young cadet with a commanding baritone voice, delivering the unforgettable Buckle Down Winsaki in both the Broadway and film versions of Best Foot Forward, 1943, alongside Lucille Ball. But beyond the bright lights of Hollywood, his journey was one of unexpected turns, resilience, and reinvention. Born Thomas Payne Navard on December 6, 1923, in New York, Tommy's early years were marked by health struggles, but his passion for music never wavered. He gained recognition as the boy baritone of the Bowery, performing on NBC and CBS radio, and even receiving personal congratulations from Sarah Roosevelt, mother of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, after a performance of his song, The March of Dimes. After serving in the U.S. Army during World War II, Tommy had opportunities to continue in show business but chose a different path. Leaving behind the world of film and theater, he built a successful career in business, working in the lumber and real estate industries. On January 15, 2025, at the age of 101, Tommy Dix passed away. Though he stepped away from Hollywood, his legacy as a gifted performer and a man who lived life on his own terms remains. His voice, filled with energy and charm, continues to resonate with those who remember the golden era of Broadway and film.
Piaciuto moltissimo, mi ha detto mi venga a trovare. L'indomani sono andato, mi ha detto mi piacerebbe fare televisione.
Was Vito Molinari simply a director, or was he the architect of Italian television as we know it today? As one of RAI's first directors, Molinari helped shape the foundation of Italy's television industry, directing over 2,000 programs and working alongside legendary performers like Adriano Celentano and Mina. His innovative approach combined music, comedy, and storytelling, creating a new standard for entertainment that captivated audiences for decades. But while his career was filled with success, it was not without challenges. The early days of RAI were a battleground for creative control, and Molinari had to navigate power struggles and artistic disagreements in an industry that was still finding its identity. Despite this, he remained committed to his vision, helping to establish television as a powerful medium for culture and entertainment in Italy. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Molinari managed to avoid major controversies, maintaining a reputation as a dedicated and respected professional. However, his departure from mainstream television in later years led some to speculate whether he had grown disillusioned with the industry he helped build. Even in his later years, he remained active, receiving the Vincenzo Crocidi International Award in 2024 for his lifetime achievements. On February 18, 2025, he passed away in Lavagna, Italy, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence generations of filmmakers and television creators. His story is one of persistence, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of excellence, a testament to the lasting power of his work.
I'm just playing. Y'all thought for a minute that was real, but I'm back. It feels so good.
Breaking news: Tracy Morgan, a journey of laughter, resilience, and unwavering spirit. Tracy Morgan is no stranger to the highs and lows of fame. From his rise as a beloved comedian to his battles with personal challenges, he has remained a fixture in the entertainment world, inspiring audiences with his humor and perseverance. But recent events have brought renewed attention to the comedy icon, raising questions about his health and his future in the industry. What do you think about Tracy Morgan's journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we take a closer look at his legacy and recent challenges. Born on November 10, 1968, in the Bronx, New York, Tracy Morgan grew up in a tough environment. Laughter became his escape, and eventually, his career path. He started performing stand-up comedy in the early 1990s, working his way up the ranks in New York's comedy scene. His big break came when he joined the cast of Saturday Night Live in 1996, where he became known for his over-the-top characters and infectious energy. His tenure on SNL made him a household name, leading to his starring role on 30 Rock, where he played Tracy Jordan, a character loosely based on his real-life persona. His performance earned him critical acclaim and cemented his place in television history. Despite his success, Morgan faced significant challenges. In 2014, he was involved in a devastating car accident that nearly took his life. The crash left him with severe injuries, requiring extensive rehabilitation. Many doubted whether he would ever return to comedy, but Morgan defied the odds. After years of recovery, he made a triumphant comeback with his Netflix special and the hit series The Last OG, proving that his comedic spirit remained unbreakable. But recent events have sparked concern among fans. On March 17, 2025, Morgan was seen in distress at Madison Square Garden during a New York Knicks game. Witnesses reported that he appeared unwell and had to leave the arena in a wheelchair. The incident quickly made headlines, leaving fans worried about his health. While no official statement has been made, speculation continues to grow about his well-being and whether his past injuries have contributed to his current condition. Morgan has never shied away from controversy. In 2011, he faced backlash for making offensive remarks during a stand-up performance, leading to public apologies and a commitment to learning from the experience. He has also been outspoken about the challenges of being a comedian in today's world, pushing back against what he sees as an overly sensitive culture that stifles creative expression. These moments have made him a polarizing figure, but they have also reinforced his reputation as someone who speaks his mind without fear. Through it all, Morgan's love for comedy has never wavered. His ability to find humor in even the darkest moments is what makes him a true entertainer. Whether through his stand-up specials, television appearances, or interviews, he continues to remind audiences of the power of laughter. As concerns about his health persist, fans remain hopeful that Morgan will continue to do what he does best: make people laugh. His resilience has been tested time and time again, but if history has shown us anything, it is that Tracy Morgan is not one to back down. His journey is far from over, and the world is watching to see what comes next. What are your thoughts on Tracy Morgan's journey? Share them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into his story, be sure to subscribe for more insights into the lives of your favorite entertainers.